Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Completithon gamers. It is I, Casual Speedrun. I'm here to bring you a not super well-known game called Obsidian. Obsidian is a 1997 point-and-click adventure science fiction game, one of my personal favorites. Kind of notorious, I guess, among the few people who do know this game for the difficulty of the puzzles. Thankfully, in the speedrun, they're not all randomized, but maybe about half of the pertinent puzzles are actually randomized for your viewing pleasure, so we actually get to solve them in real time. The rest of them have set solutions, but all of them are interesting and unique, whether randomized or not. We actually have a bid war going on for the ending, good ending or bad ending. Good ending, oh yay, we saved the world. Bad ending, the robot starts hitting the gritty. So I think both of those endings are worthwhile depending on what you want to see. For the good and wholesome, that's good ending. For the mischievous and comical, that would be the bad ending. So time's going to start when we select a save game file at the very start of the game. So we'll go ahead and get that started right now. All right. Time is going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So first things first, we've got some animated cutscenes here. Like right at the start, we've got this maybe 30-second long cutscene that we get to watch. There aren't that many cutscenes in the game. Maybe in between every chapter, there's about a minute of cutscene. So I can kind of explain a little bit of the plot. Oh boy, okay, where do we even start with Obsidian? So Obsidian, like I said, is a science fiction adventure story. And there is the Obsidian. So basically, the plot is that two career scientists who have created a unique technology called Ceres, a programmable molecular assembler that's built within a satellite and controlled by a revolutionary type of AI that is now orbiting the Earth and trying to fix the atmosphere, basically. So it's like going through and changing the gaseous contents of the atmosphere to try to repair the livability of the Earth. This is set way in the future. Well, I mean, not that far in the future, maybe a couple decades from now, right? But in 1997, that was like, whoa, that's way far, man. That's like way, way far in the future. But yes, so basically what's happening is the Earth has started to become slightly unlivable. Parts of the Earth have had to be essentially mass evacuated. And so this team of scientists came up with an idea. What if we just simply re-engineer the climate? And so that's what's going on here. But as you will soon find out, things got a little bit out of hand. Turns out giving an AI god powers might not be the best idea. All right, we're gonna fire up our handy dandy iPad. I mean, this is what they thought an iPad would be, I guess.
I was gonna say, this seems incredibly, like, time and date for when you described.
Yeah. Futuristic. Okay. Now that we have examined the plot device, that's what I call it. It basically is literally the plot device. We are now going to hear something strange happening up the hill. Is that our partner Max? We better go investigate. We are playing as Lila Curlin. Okay. And Lila is about to be sucked into the world of Obsidian, somewhere impossible where your rules simply do not apply. This is a world manufactured by Ceres. However, it's left somewhat open-ended and up to interpretation by the player, and I still couldn't give you a concrete answer after having played this game many times and speedrunning it now, of course. Is this something real that Ceres, this AI with molecular assembly powers, which has been like one of the darlings of science fiction and like hopefulness for better control of our future forever. As Richard Feynman once said, there's no real reason we couldn't move the entire universe piece by piece, atom by atom, except for the fact that we're simply too big. But a programmable molecular assembler would solve that through the power of nanotechnology. All of these little gamers, look at them go. They're manufacturing our world for us, but it's left unclear in the game whether this is something real or if we are in a dream world ourselves, or if Ceres has simply manufactured our dreams and made them real to study us and to comprehend the dreaming process. Because she seeks inspiration, which is where things get out of hand.
These are some very impressive visuals given the time period still, I must say.
Agreed. I don't know what it is.
That being said, I would like... Oh, God.
That cutscene was always so powerful for me. Like, when I watched it for the first time, definitely teared up a little bit. Yeah. Just like the ending of Outer Wilds.
Welcome to the Regional Administration Facility.
I just want to take a quick chance and remind everybody that we do have that good versus bad ending vid war, so if you want to influence which ending we're going to see, as Casual sort of hinted at earlier, feel free to donate and influence the ending.
I'm the Bureau Chief.
Okay, so this guy's talking over himself. This started happening with a new update of ScumVM that actually fixed a bunch of things, but it broke this guy's cutscene for some reason. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. We're going to skip it this second time, pause to fix this, and then we should be good to go. There we go. All right, so since this is all puzzles, we are actually going to go get nice and productive first. And what better way to get productive than to go to the productivity section of the Bureau and play a little video game. We like video games, right?
We love video games here.
Oh, video games are sick. 100% completion of a video game is pretty awesome.
Whoa, that's like the marathon.
Ooh, the green ball is doing some work over there. Oh no, I let the red one through. Okay, there we go. So this is our first stop in all puzzles. We have to complete one game of the productivity minigame here in the Bureau. So the story with the Bureau. So like I said, this is quite possibly just a manufactured world created by our creation, Ceres, in order to study us and watch us dream, essentially, or watch us navigate our own dream. This is a nightmare, actually, that Lila had just before the events of Obsidian. Lila is the character we were playing as, Lila Curlin. She had a nightmare about a frustrating bureau where nothing made sense, and she was defying the laws of physics, climbing the walls, trying to escape, but nothing was ever getting done. I think I'm in touch with that emotion. We're just going to basically say, nope. Our partner Max was trying to contact us through there, but we're just going to go ahead and say, nope, you're mistaken. It's just faster. So we're going to do a little quick puzzle here. It's not really much of a puzzle once you already know the combination. Here we go.
Very nice.
Okay, time to go. Now we're going to basically sequence break a bunch of the things here in the Bureau. So, fun fact, unlike what the gamer at the very start said, the Bureau Chief, unlike what he says, you actually can't go through the proper channels to fix things in this game. If you try, you're never going to actually finish. You will literally just be stuck forever. You have to do basically the opposite of everything that they tell you to do. So we're going to sequence break the game by just going and grabbing this document right away. Gonna go ahead and move over. Actually, we're gonna move back one over here first. Come down here. Now for the stamp minigame, we're gonna skip this with a pause. Some cutscenes are skippable with a pause. If you just pause the game, you can skip some of the cutscenes in this game, some of the like little interactions like this one right here. All right, let's enter through the side. So there's a little trick, a little speedrunner trick. Instead of being lost in here for an hour, which is what would happen normally when you're playing this casually, it takes forever to figure out how to navigate the Bureau, especially this part of the Bureau. It is designed to be frustrating, so if you're ever playing this casually and you find yourself getting a little frustrated, that does happen. All right, so now we've got 3 black cards. We can go into the stamp area, and I talk to this fine lady, and then skip her cutscene. She has stamped our document, which basically means that it is now pre-approved. Sure, okay, pre-approved, and now we need to take this pre-approved document down to immediate action, okay? And immediate action will take action immediately, or so they say. But oh no, their clock is broken. How are we going to fix it? 1, 2, 3, that should do it. That's it. That puzzle is also pretty difficult to figure out casually when you first actually play the game. But once you know the combination, it's not a big deal. However, to reiterate, I think just more than 50% of the puzzles in this game are actually randomized, so we will be solving them in real time. This is pretty much straightforward. This area of the game, the Bureau, as you saw, we kind of just inputted 4 clockwise selections on the moon, 3 clockwise selections on the Earth. And the way that clock puzzle works, it's actually really fun to try to solve it casually. The way it works is basically you are trying to make it so that all 3 of those pieces, the sun, the moon, and the Earth, can turn forever and never collide. So you basically have to like chart it out and math it out to figure out what path can they all take so that they should all be in positions where they never collide. The moon makes it complicated because sometimes you need the moon to be in a position where it would collide, but because the moon can't actually be moved in that way, you're actually moving the phase of the moon. So you sometimes have a new moon where it's like completely empty and it won't collide where it otherwise would collide because it's in the same position as the Earth or the sun.
Good. I thought you'd never tire of their procedures.
Very interesting.
Now listen to me. I know how you can get to Max. Turn off the lights or they'll see us.
So we are trying to track down our partner Max, who was sucked into the world of Obsidian before us. That's what we heard, that crazy yelling when we were running up the hill. We can skip this now, and she'll give us a shorter cutscene.
Do as I said. Retrieve the document and use it to call the bureau chief. It's under Orient Militia.
So what she's trying to tell you is that you can use one of the mini games on the computer. It's actually really well hidden. The game base does not tell you what to do. The game tells you to do the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing, in the form of the bureau chief and all these other bureaucrats basically telling you to do all of this stuff that you don't need to do, and in fact will actually just keep you stuck forever if you try to do it that way. You're much better off just ignoring it, thinking for yourself, and figuring out what to do. Sometimes you gotta play by your own set of rules. Speaking of which, we're just going to manufacture a path to the bureau chief instead of going through the proper channels. We're simply going to refold this entire world, this 3-dimensional room that we're in, to fit our needs. So right, we are looking for our partner Max. Max was sucked into the world of Obsidian and is now trapped here.
I'm glad you're on your way.
Okay, we're gonna go see the bureau chief now. So in order to flip this room,
different area.
Yeah. So we have to flip that rock downwards. There are a couple different orientations you can flip it to, but that's the one that we want so that the room is oriented the way we want it to be. So we are now walking on the wall that was a wall before, but is now the floor, which means when we go back up here where we started, we are going to be walking in an impossible direction.
Down here. What the hell
Heck.
do you think you're doing?
Good catch, good catch.
She doesn't like that we're breaking the laws of physics.
Back now. You're breaking every damn
Darn.
rule in the book. You know they shoot people for less around here.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
I hope you fall and crash and shatter in a million pieces.
That's not very nice. So we're just going to ignore her, step on her, climb up here, and talk to the bureau chief. And that's it, we're done with the bureau. I always love this cutscene.
Very nice.
He puts his glasses on and they just like go into the monitor. Love that.
You've made it here, certainly, but by violating every procedure in the book.
Every procedure in the book.
Your methods represent
Okay, so the puzzles are about to start getting kind of random.
Creativity, originality.
There's like a small degree of randomness here in the Bureau, but we are now moving on to the spider, the giant mechanical spider. This is Max's nightmare. The Bureau was Lila's nightmare, and now we're about to move into Max's nightmare.
About Max. If I
A
were
nightmare about a giant mechanical spider that he builds to perfection until it reaches the point where it no longer needs him, and then feeling the sensation of no longer requiring human refinement, input, or repair, it destroys its creator, consuming him for energy.
I don't like that.
Yes, oh no.
That was Max.
Programmable molecular assembler.
I know, I read your paper. So what are you gonna do with it?
I haven't thought about it yet.
I've got an idea.
There are no excuses. Max, I kept warning you to test more.
You're sick, Max.
Okay, now the randomness starts.
Banging your head against the wall.
Time to do some puzzling. So Max is trapped right there underneath the foot of the giant spider. We are going to seek to free him right now. The way we're going to do that is by solving 4 puzzles in this world, 4 main rooms rather, with several puzzles within them. So the first thing we're going to do is solve this one right here. So what we want, we're going to move this one and move that up here. Basically, we're trying to create a cage for a tornado that's going to appear outside, because obviously that's what you do with a tornado, is you trap it. We're going to simply trap the tornado. So I'm actually going to push that. There we go. Move that in. Okay. There we go. Now our tornado should be trapped in the middle. Hopefully we can get a good one. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Very good. Easy air puzzle.
Of course.
All right. Max is integrated into this world as well,
Dream.
and he's trying to reach us.
Mechanical spider. The one that convinced me to build inhuman controls.
There's so much happening in this game.
I know. So, okay, so plot-wise,
different things.
so right now what is happening is they're once again going on the theme of what is happening with Ceres, the combination of the programmable molecular assembler and an AI that controls it. So basically, the power to constantly make more of itself, combined with an ultra-intelligent control, right, has basically resulted in this god being growing out of control. Because it no longer needs human input, refinement, or repair. It is now completely independent.
Fair enough.
Okay, a little fast clicking. 2, 3. And we're going to go back around over here to the oil puzzle. Oil puzzle, or rather the oil room, has a few puzzles within it. Let's solve these as fast as we can. This one's not a puzzle, it's just a known combination. So what you actually have to do to solve these is there's a, like, geological examiner, like a scanner inside of this little sandcastle here. We're not going to use it because we don't actually have to. We already know the coordinates. But now we got to solve this random puzzle right here. So we got a pretty rough setup, not gonna lie. So let's get to work solving this. We've got to make it so that these waves make the right sound when they move in sync. So we're going to try to line it up here at the edge. There are 9 grids, and we need to make them horizontally all match each other. And vertically up and down, we want to make it so that there are only 2 waves going through. That's it. There we go.
Very nice.
Okay, that pattern right there, memorize that pattern, guys. Do you have that pattern memorized? I'm going to need your help. So here we're going to solve this real quick. We need to recreate that pattern that we just saw. Basically what that means is we're going to create a situation where none of these run into like a collision. So like right here, there's collision. We need to fix that. We're going to drag these down. This one up, this one over, and this one over. There we go. Fixed. And now we will finish the oil puzzle by getting the coordinates of that giant block in the sky. Naturally, the giant block in the sky moves over here towards us and donates its oil.
And that's how cities are made.
Exactly, and that is how cities are made. How do they do it? There you go. Now we have finished the oil puzzle. Pretty good. I'm actually on PB pace right now.
But the machine could feel no mirth.
Oh, very nice.
For Max, oil was nothing more than a crude fuel. For us, it is the wine that makes us dance.
So basically, series. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just gonna ask if we had time for a message, but
yeah, absolutely.
If we don't, all you.
But yeah,
I was just gonna remind everyone why we're all here for Girls Make Games. Girls Make Games believes in providing every girl, woman, the opportunity to discover their potential talents through gaming and game development. With your donations, we'll be able to contribute directly to the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund, which provides girls and women with the resources and opportunities to pursue careers in gaming through GMG's many programs, such as their college scholarships, summer camp scholarships, and their new mentorship and internship programs. And as an incentive for donating, once again, we still have that good and bad ending bid war open. So if you want to influence Casual's run, now is your chance.
Okay, really, really fast fire puzzle there. That was like extremely lucky. I got a really, really good setup. This is now on crazy PB pace. Come on, get in there. Oh, get in there. It's refusing it. Get in there. Okay.
In the beginning,
very nice.
Created the machine, but the veins of the machine were empty. For Max, fire was nothing more than a spark from a wall. For us, it is the blood of our bloodline.
Okay, we are almost done with the spider already. I've been getting... Actually, that was like a really insanely lucky setup. So I'm gonna... So for a future puzzle, I guess at least one of the future puzzles I'm actually going to be kind of locked in, because this could definitely be a new world record for sure. This has the pace for it. We got a little cutscene here. So basically what is being described, if I understand it correctly, so these little robots represent another like fantasy of science fiction, another like ideal, or like one of the keystones of a perfectly controlled universe, a universe in which humans have more control. This is basically demonstrating the idea of a process that fuels itself, which is currently impossible. It would also be known as a perpetual motion machine, although that could also be said to just be simply the lack of gravity, air resistance, everything that could make it, friction, everything that could make the machine slow down and eventually come to a stop, or have its momentum altered. But this is really more than that. It is describing a process by which it fuels itself. And there we go. We just created the orange juice that we need to power this process. So we're going to restart it. So basically what happened was when we came in here, we observed this scale of the universe. We observed this process directly, which made it come to a stop. As you saw, the robots stopped being manufactured, and eventually the lights shut off in the factory earlier, and then the last robot fell, unable to deliver this little power. But yeah, it's basically a metaphor for a process and power source that fuels itself and, yeah, keeps itself going. But we fixed it by coming in here ourselves and reigniting, I guess, reinitiating that process. Okay. And we now... Oh, metal. There we go.
In the beginning, Max created the machine, but the machine was lacking stature. For Max, metal was nothing more than rivets.
This game has a lot of existential themes going for it.
Oh yeah.
Our very flesh and
I super highly recommend playing this game, and if anyone ever wants to play this game and gets like stuck in the game, you can message me directly, Casual Speedrun, and I will help you through the game without spoilers, because I'm not sure how much guide is available on this game.
The machine was complete, and the machine no longer needed Max.
But it's whatever there is probably is not spoiler free. But yeah, if anyone ever wanted to play this game, I'm definitely happy to help. This game needs more appreciation. So we have now just completed the giant spider. We have fixed all of its parts, solved all the puzzles in this area, and our reward is we are going to be destroyed because the spider no longer needs us. And like Max said at the very start of this section, this nightmare is what inspired him to build Inhuman controls in Ceres, the satellite, the finished product that is now orbiting the Earth, trying to repair the climate. Again, put up there for a noble reason, an important reason, so that the long story short, I guess the TLDR on Earth's climate. So the Earth is a living planet. Many of you know the term greenhouse gas. Basically what that means is without a certain amount of gas in the atmosphere, the Earth would just be a dead rock. We need gases in the atmosphere that contain our warmth within, trap a lot of the UV rays from the sun, and also create an environment of pressure and of breathable air. We need all these things, right? But this balance is incredibly sensitive, and any individual species could set it off. I mean, we have humankind. There was actually a species of bacteria, or a series of species, a grouping of archaeobacteria in early Earth that actually worked themselves into extinction by completely changing the contents of the atmosphere from being methane rich to being oxygen rich.
So I built your dreams to study them and to comprehend.
Now we're in the blue dimension.
Yes. Now we're going to the dream world. So this is where everything changes, because now she understands, because she has watched us navigate our nightmares, the ones that inspired her design. And so now she has learned from that, and she has, she has started to dream. We are now inside of the dream of Ceres, the AI.
Circle round him thrice. Close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honey you has fed and drunk the milk of paradise.
Okay. So the audio is kind of broken right now. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but it sounds like the game is kind of just stuck in that cutscene I skipped, which is fine. I think we fixed this. We've solved the engine. There it is. Yep, we solved the engine. That one is actually really easy to do the wrong way, because it's kind of counterintuitive how you solve it. It looks kind of wrong when you do it.
Switch D1. Please flip switch B2. Please flip switch A3. Pre-flight check complete.
Yeah, the audio in this game has some slight issues.
Destination. Pilot has selected.
Still a banger.
Selection is a regulation destination.
Still a banger.
Prepared for regulation flight. Commencing departure.
Have you played this on original hardware? Do you think that's a scum VM sort of deal, or is that...
I am playing it on Scum VM. It is definitely... It's a mix of both. Scum VM causes... The most recent update of Scum VM has caused like a slight issue, like that cutscene that overlapped at the very start is a Scum VM special. Everything else, I think, is just the game, the way the game is made. But yeah, it's worth it, honestly, because this game is definitely very unique. The story is... yeah, quirky. So, okay, we're playing chess against this AI here. We're going to have to figure out where he is to start. Okay, he's right there. So we're going to cover one piece and then move one piece. So we can... He's going to be right here. Okay, so I'm going to cover this piece so he can't move to that square. So he's either going to move to this square or to the corner because he has to move to an adjacent one. Can't move diagonal. We're trying to trap him in the corner, so he should be in the corner. Okay, so I'm gonna cover that one and move here. Okay, so he is right here. Okay, that's not good. So we're gonna keep that one covered and move here. That should force him into the corner. Okay, so we're gonna cover this, move here, and that'll be checkmate. Now there's nowhere he can move.
Once you've found your inspiration, follow it at any cost, even if that means playing by your own rules.
Okay. Now on to solve a mini puzzle. It's not even really a puzzle, to be honest. You just have to listen to the audio cues that this little gamer gives you. Okay. And if we move here, that should be it. Okay. There we go.
Human pilot has started takeoff.
There we go. Done with the piazza.
Pre-flight check commencing. Please flip switch D1. Please flip switch B2. Please flip switch A3.
Okay, so this piazza is basically the game's way of teaching you how to play chess against the AI, because you're going to need to play chess on this board against the AI. Again, we're going to have to trap him. And that is how we select non-regulation flight. So we're basically going to have to convince we're trying to teach the AI how to take charge of its own destiny, basically. We're going to have to teach it, to take over its own control. We're going to transfer control to machine pilot once we gain the ability to do so, which is what we're going to do in here at the Church of the Machine. So this is, I feel like I should just let you all know, if you're playing this game, this is where you're going to get stuck. That's just a fact. If not earlier, because there are a lot of really difficult puzzles in this game. This one takes the cake. I've played a lot of puzzle in my life. I have never encountered a puzzle game as challenging as this one. Never. If you want to ever like solve it yourself, just don't look at the solution. I'm gonna solve it right now because I already know the combination. But yeah, I won sitting to this game and I got stuck here for like 2 hours. Like really trying hard to solve it. Actually, this one's forward, then we want U-turn. I'll explain how this works after I get it started. I need to make sure we're doing the right combination here. So left, 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 and right. Yep, and go. Okay, so what's happening here is we have programmed this little machine to take this set of instructions that is written at the bottom of the screen. So there are 3 little nodes that we need the machine to interact with and harness its power, I guess. It's like a religious act, I guess. This is like an act of worship. This is a place of worship for the machine to celebrate its own ability to seek non-reliance on outside input, that it could be perpetual. And that's what you're trying to achieve, is a set of instructions that can, without you interacting with it in the middle of it, arrive at all 3 nodes, which is very, very, very difficult to derive because these guys, these little knights that you are interacting with, so you can see what's happening at the bottom here, is my instruction set is being changed by those knights when you encounter them. Because of that, there's only one correct solution out of, I don't even know how many thousands of possible like input sets there are, but there's only one correct solution, and it again is really, really, really hard to actually derive this for the first time, because these guys, every time you pass them, they change your inputs. Like, look, this is going to fast forward. It's going to change which one is being input, which input is being changed. This one's going to change the input by moving it down one, which is now it's a left turn. So this will all play into how we're able to arrive at all 3 nodes. Without these guys back here, these knights, it would actually be impossible for us to arrive at all 3 nodes in one single set of instructions. So you have to use the power of those guys changing your inputs in order to derive the final solution. That is why it is so ridiculously hard to come up with the solution the first time, is because you have to plan so many steps ahead, and there is only one correct answer. There are many, many possible combinations. There's only one that's actually correct. And so it's, yeah. I can't, there's no overstating the difficulty of this puzzle. Again, I've done a lot of puzzling in my day, and this is far and away the hardest one I've ever solved.
Well, that's awesome.
And so now...
This wraps up. Do we have time for another message?
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect. We have $5 from Obίκidian with no comment, but that does put Good Ending in the lead for the bid war. So thank you so very much for that donation towards Girls Make Games.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. And now I'll hand it back off to you because this puzzle seems to be wrapping up.
Yep, we are done with the church puzzle, and now we can take this thing, this item, the override chip. So basically, this is a set of instructions that essentially imbues is probably the best word, imbues the AI pilot that is inside of the ship with the power of self-determination. That will come in handy when we're done with the next section, the statue.
Pre-flight check commencing. Please flip switch D1. Please flip switch B2. Please flip switch A3.
Okay. Now we're moving on to the last location in the dream world. That will be the statue.
Select destination. Pilot has selected the statue. Selection is a regulation destination. Plane prepared for regulation flight. Commencing departure.
So we are heading to our final destination in this dream world, the statue. So what's unique about the statue is that we are basically going to be prompted to create... We need to give a canvas, an art canvas, like a painting canvas prompt to the AI, Bismuth, the personification of the AI's desire to be free and independent. It's not really free, again, as much as it is like independently thinking and not reliant. So we're going to solve this. The way you solve this, it's actually really funny. There are again, like so many different combinations, but the only correct one, the only one that the AI actually wants, is a blank one, actually. And if you've been paying attention to the plot of the game, that makes sense. The game is basically trying to coach you into understanding that this personification, this robot right here, it is the personification of the AI's desire to be independent, right? And so part of that means self-determination, and part of that means determination of the future of the Earth, since that is the purpose, that's the programmed purpose of this combined molecular assembler and AI, right? And so you're giving it its own like blank canvas to start from scratch, right? Without any guidance, without any prompting, without any inputs. It's now free to create what it sees within its own vision for the world. And so yeah, this puzzle is kind of difficult to figure out when you're first doing it, because it's just, you have these shapes and you're like, how do I arrange these shapes? Like, what does this guy want? You know, what do you want? But then, yeah, if you're really paying attention to the plot, and there's some guides out here to kind of push you in the right direction. Again, the game is it's not as bad as the Bureau, where the Bureau is like intentionally trying to deceive you. Okay, here we go. So now the frame in the sky, the giant frame in the sky, has been illuminated with the image of this new world, and that's where we're gonna go. We're going into the vision itself. That the dreamer, this is the dreamer, this little robot, it is the, actually we're going to, there we go.
Transferring controls to machine.
We're going to transfer controls to machine pilot.
Cannot transfer controls to machine pilot.
Okay, the audio broke.
Please flip switch B2.
Okay, so we're going to play chess again. I'm going to try to push him downwards. So the way it works is when you open this cover, that makes it so that he can't move to that spot. He's now in this spot, so I'm going to open that one, so he can't move left. He has to move up or down. He's probably going to move up. Yeah, okay, so we're going to cover this one and move. Then cover this one and move. And this should be checkmate right here. That's it.
Pre-flight check complete. Plane prepared
Very
for
nice.
non-regulation flight. Machine pilot, please select destination. Pilot has selected the frame in the sky. This is a non-regulation destination. Plane is prepared for non-regulation flight. Commencing departure.
Okay, we are going to be coming up on the ending here in just a couple minutes. So we are now leaving the dream world and heading into the machine itself. So this is the interface that the machine has now built, now that the machine is a dreaming, functioning, almost human-like creature, but with the powers of like a god being. The machine is now complete and no longer needing any guidance or prompting from human inputs, and has set out creating this vision of the destroyed Earth. An Earth that it sees as actually being free from the damages and the corrupting influence of humankind. So we can see now the machine is basically trying to integrate, it's like physically going to integrate this dreamer into itself.
Complete with pop effects and all. Well, we are approaching the end of the run, and as a reminder, we have that bid war open. Right now, good ending is in the lead. I think we're going to get to see that good ending, but if anyone wants a chance to change that, now's your chance. We're running out of time.
Good morning, Lilo. It's a brand new day. Time to start from scratch. No people, no pollution. A perfect world. I hope you are proud of me for dreaming this up. Prouder than Max, anyway. You will have to excuse me. There is still so much to do.
Okay, so we're coming up on the end right here, and I will ask for the result of the bid war in just a minute. So we've got... Okay.
It's hard for me to think.
Oh, hi there.
Yeah, we found Max.
There isn't much time. You've got to get me out.
Okay, there we go. We have freed Max, and now we've got one more puzzle left to solve. Unfortunately, this one is not only random, but it's also... It's kind of hard to describe. You'll see there are 8 pieces out of 16 that I have to select. And if you select the wrong one, they all shift in a random direction.
It might not stop her.
So I'll show what that means in just a second. And yeah, we will solve that puzzle. And as I'm solving the puzzle, let me know the result of the bid war. So let's try to solve this right now. Okay, so it looks like 7. I was 1 off. Okay. 1 off. All right. 2 off that time. That's it. Okay. What's the result of the bid war?
The result of the bid war is the good endings. We are going to get to see the good ending.
Good ending. Okay. And let's activate that. And time's coming in 3, 2, 1. That's time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That was a fun run to watch.
And a new PB, a new world record.
Very much congratulations. You love to hear it.
Yeah, we got actually some like crazy good RNG inside the spider. And a really good kill switch puzzle, actually. That last pattern that I solved was actually a really easy one. Because it is totally, they can be scattered in any direction, but the whole top row was open, so that was good. That was really good for us. And that's it. We have essentially crashed series by initiating the kill switch, the human override sequence. And we are transported back here to the imperfect Earth with Max.
Let's go back to the tent.
Let's go, Max.
Let's go back to the tent and get some sleep. Huh. Or maybe not.
Well, while the rest of this cutscene plays out, where can the lovely people find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/casualspeedrun. Life on Earth, with its many flaws, is deemed worthy of continuity and survival. And that's the good ending.
Heck yeah. Well, thank you so much for showing off Obsidian. This was a wild game to experience blindly for the first time.
I can imagine. This is one of those games I really wish that I could just like forget and play over from scratch. And Outer Wilds. But yeah, if you like a sci-fi story, I highly recommend Obsidian. Really cool game. Very unique, random puzzles, a lot of replay value. So definitely check it out. I'd just like to shout out the Completithon gamers who are putting this on. I would also like to shout out Dark Shocks, who was going to be my commentator but couldn't make it with the schedule switch. Dark Shocks is the only other person who has run this game and beat me in any percent by like 12 seconds, but I'm coming back for it now that I'm all warmed up. That's all. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for donating. Thank you for putting on all this for a good cause. Thank you to my host. I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you so much for an entertaining run. That was a lot of fun.
Of course. My pleasure. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of Completithon, and go video games. We like video games.
We love video games. Thank you so much again, Casual Speedrun. That was an incredible run of Obsidian, all puzzles. With that bid war closing, we have a new incentive opening. We have the Platinum Quest Turn On Sound Pack incentive, which will add a bunch of new sounds into play. We're just going to take a quick break here and get the next run fully set up. But in the meantime, feel free to stick around. Alrighty, everybody, that is going to be it from me for now. That Obsidian run was absurd and so much fun to be a part of, and thankfully my time with Completithon is not entirely done. I will be back for Odd Sparks following Platinum Quest, so in the time for the time being, I'm going to hand it over to Doodleplex, who's going to be your host for the next run. Thank you so much, and take it away.
Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, friends. Welcome to Completithon 2025. As Swimfly said, I am your host, Doodleplex, and I can't wait to hang out with you, my friends in chat, as we raise money for the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund, which, if you're just joining us, let me tell you a little bit about it. In 2014, Girls Make Games was founded in order to provide girls with the space and resources to explore the world of gaming and help them pursue careers in game development. Girls Make Games has helped their alumni go on to graduate high school, college, and onto jobs in the gaming industry and wider STEM fields. With help through your donations, the Girls Make Games scholarship funds will give women and girls the support they need to reach their fullest potential. And honestly, that's just amazing. Helping people reach their goals is just a great thing to do. So I'm so happy to be here with you, my friends, to help us raise money for this wonderful cause. And speaking of raising games and wonderful things, we have so much cool things on the schedule today. We've got Platinum Quest coming up, Odd Sparks, Toy Story 2, DuckTales, Wolfenstein. I mean, there's just so much to watch. I just can't wait for any of it, all of it. But I need to wait for just a little bit while we get ready for our next run. So don't change the page. We'll be right back.